Good afternoon, everyone. I am Jet Emilim and I am going to report the dance of Hispaniola, Haiti. The Spanish ruled the Caribbean island of Quisqueya, which they are named Hispaniola from 1492 to 1697, when they ceded the western portion of the island of France. French colonists established sugarcane plantation and imported African slaves who did the work of harvesting cane and processing it into molasses, sugar, and rum. So French colonists is established sila og sugarcane plantation and nag-import sila og mga African slaves para mag-work silang harvesting cane and mag-process og molasses, sugar, and Haitian Revolution 1791 to 1803 ended French rule. This left the government in the hands of the former affranchi class of free men. So ang Haitian Revolution is gi-end nila ang French rule in the year of 1791 to 1803. Then a class of free men is composed of Milat, the light-skinned freemen, and the Noir, dark-skinned freemen, with the Milat forming the more powerful elite group renamed Haiti and an Awarak Indian name for the land. So ang Milat is nag-form sila og powerful elite group and ilang gipanganlan og Haiti. The country has been self-governed since 1803 except for the years 1915 to 1934 when the United States occupied Haiti. Unlike the Spanish-speaking countries of Latin America, including the Dominican Republic, which is also located on the islands of Hispaniola, Haiti has its own distinct language, Haitian Creole or Creole Haitian. This language is predominantly French-based and has incorporated vocabulary from African languages. Spanish, Portuguese, and English, likewise creolization of their religion, which incorporates Roman Catholicism and West African spirituality, produce voodoo. Voodoo is which uses music and dance in its rituals honoring African spirits. Wa. In Haiti, the celebration of Carnival demonstrate the joining of Catholic and West African. They feature revelers dancing in the street and parades of highly decorated floats, elaborately dressed dance bands on flatbed truck, and crowd of people moving through the streets to the rhythm of the music. Italians are the Rara. Rara is the street celebration held each Sunday during Lent and in the week before Easter. So ang Rara is mo ni sila ang musician and dancers nga ga-engage both religious behavior and in spiritual voodoo ceremonies. So I have a video of Rara. In Haiti, every many secular dance have roots in the spiritual tradition, while most Haitian dance has its own roots in voodoo. Some dances, including the Afranchi Mering, are not considered to be associated with voodoo, although ritual dances and Haitian secular folk dances influence each other. Dance is an important element of street celebration and religious devotion in Haiti. It's also a social activity. European dance forms the colonial period, such as concha dance, the quadrille, the waltz, and the polka underwent in Haitian culture. So dance yet is an important element of the street celebration and religious in the Haiti. The American occupation of Haiti 1915 to 1934 brought it the big band sound, jazz, and radio music. Although some welcomed these influences and many rejected them and stirred the population into a return to folk forms, especially the call for a national Haitian music produced vaudou, and it inspired by the musical composition and the formation of folkloric dance company. The influence of Cobansan, Dominican merengue beats, native Haitian full badu song combined to form a creolized dance form of merengue. So, na-influence sila sa Cobansan, Dominican, ang merengue beats o ang native Haitian full badu song gi-combine nila to form a creolized dance form of merengue called compas or compa direct. in the work of Nemours Jean-Baptiste in 1955. I have an example of compass dance. The elements of vaudou, jazz, rap, and raga also enjoy popularity in Haiti, yet the meringue or compas remains the prominent dance form. Even though meringue enjoyed the primary place in Haitian social dance, by far the most extensive and influential dance form are associated with vaudou. According to Rolhans Innocent, artistic director of Agassi Entertainment in Haiti, more than 100 African nations exist in Haitian vaudou, each with its own form of dance. So according to him, more than 100 daw nga African nation ang gi-exist in vaudou and naa sila'y own form of dance in vaudou tells ritualistic stories of encounters with the spirit world. So, ang dance in vaudou, gatel siya story about mga ritualistic and encounters with the spirit world, and also the form a cultural connection form past to present. Like other aspect, vaudou has grown over the centuries, adding elements of Arawak Indian culture, French influence, and a dash of Roman Catholicism. The movements of vaudou dance reflect intention, rapid rhythmic shoulder movement both clears the airs and prepares for the receptions of a spirit. Flowing motion along the spinal column allow for the relaxation and receptiveness to a spiritual mystery or position. And the grinding of the hips is deliberately sexual in effect to expel a spirit. Vaudou dances also had variation for special occasions such as initiation rites, family celebration, and funerals, and connect human life with the spirit. Although these are among the chief dance of the vaudou ceremonies and have also merged into the mainstream of the 20th century, Haitian folkloric dance, there are many more spiritual dances, rites, tradition, and variation from Africa that pervade Haitian spiritual dance. The creation of the folkloric movement in the 1940s is largely captured in Haiti in the work of Catherine Dunham. So the creation of the folkloric is the work of Catherine Dunham. Jacques Romain had created the Bureau of Ethnology in 1941 and focused on Taino, Indian, and African music and dance in Haiti development. So, si Jacques ang nag-create sa Bureau of Ethnology in 1941, and the Bureau of Ethnology organized a troupe, Mater Dolorosa, to perform this music and dance, and music teacher Lina Blanchett took her Legba singers to a Pan-American conference in Washington, D.C. during this period. Eventually, under President Paul Eugene Magloire, some Haitian cultural leaders felt the more refined technique was needed for the folkloric dance in Haiti. New York dancer and dance teacher Lavinia Williams, who had worked with Catherine Dunham, was recruited to go to Haiti, where she worked with the folkloric dancers from 1953 until her death in 1989. Typical vaudou dances. According to Henry Frank, clearly all the Haitian rituals vaudou dance have become secularized and form part of the social fabric of Haitian celebration with no religious intent or meaning. So according to him, ang Haitian rituals vaudou daw is nabot siya og secularized and form part of the social fabric. And typical vaudou dances described more fully by Frank include the Yan Valo, Kungu, Ibo, Nago, Dijoba or Martinique, Pitro, Banda, and Zarinian. Yan Valo is a ritual dance from Benin that honors all the spirits of the Rada nation. Yan Valo represents the the undulation of the waves in the water as they rise and fall, and also the movement of the spirit. So ang Yan Valo is a ritual dance siya nga ga-honor sa spirit of the Rada Nation, and also ga-represent siya sa undulation of the waves in the water as they rise and fall, also the movement of the Dambala, represented by a serpent. Dambala is the source of the very pure Radha spirits. Agwi and Dambala dancers wear white in the rites. Ang Dambala is mauni tawag sa mga dancers sa Yan Valo. Mao ni sila ang source nga pure Radha spirits. I have a short video clip of Yan Valo dance. Congo is the beauty and majesty of the Haitian people. The Congo people are known for their sociability and gaiety. Dancers wear shiny, multicolored costumes. So ang Congo is represent sila sa beauty and majesty of the Haitian people. I have a short video clip also in Congo. Igbo represent the Igbo nation of Nigeria and expresses the pride of the Igbo people who preferred death enslavement. The movement of this dance is said to represent breaking the chain of slavery. So Igbo is represent niya ang Igbo nation of Nigeria and also represent breaking the change of slavery. I have also the short video clip of Nago derives from the Nagos of the interior of the former slave coast. This dance honors the spirit of power. So Nago is ga-honor siya sa spirits of power. The Joba or Martinek is a dance from the Djoba nation. Blue is the color of the Djoba people, and the subtle swaying of the hips in the Djoba shows the elegant flirtation between peasant men and women. Cousin is the spirit honored in this dance. This dance is also related to the Zaka, a dance that depicts the hard labor of the field work. So the Juba shows the elegant flirtation between peasant men and women. Petro. Petro is a fire dance that has become a dance about sedition and change. The dancers customarily wear red costumes. Banda. Banda is the dance of the Gede spirit, the spirit of the life and death cycle. Gede is the god of death, is mocked in the dance, which celebrates the passing of one human life into its next stage, the germination into a new life. Zarinyan is also a dance of the Gede spirit family of death. A person by a Gede Zarinyan moves in a spider-like fashion to a drum beat different from the banda tempo in this dance of the Pietro rite. So ang Zarinyan is lahi siya og tempo sa banda. As a dynamic dance form, the secularized spiritual dance of the voodoo rites continues to evolve, change, and add elements that keep it alive for the dancers and their audience. So, as a dynamic dance form, ang mga secularized mga spiritual dance is continue gyapon siya og evolve. The common thread among Haitian dance companies is the presentation of Haitian cultures as emphasizing beauty, precision, and dance, and the joy that accompanies the religious experience in a community that celebrates itself. That's all. Thank you.